All right, let's see what we got going on here. Let's make sure everybody can hear me. All right, very good. All right, we're live. All right, everybody. Hey, welcome back to Misfit Corner Comics Presents. It's the artist Andrew speaking, and I am live streaming, and this is once again the Hero Hour. And I got a bunch of different things I want to get done tonight, so hope you all sit back and enjoy the show. I've sent out some invites to a couple of people. We'll see if anybody's able to join. And in the meantime, I'm going to start drawing. Oh, crap, I forgot. I got to open up my camera. I'm always 1 or 2 steps behind, guys. You guys know that by now. All right, let's see here. Come on, silly thing. All right, here we go. New movie recording, and there we go. All right, everything's recording now. Cool. Gotta love it when everything works out the way you want it to. All right, well, tonight I'm gonna be working on a layout. Needless to say, I haven't gotten back to working on Hero Book 3 in a while, and it's well past time I did. And one of the things I had an issue with is I got to a double-page splash page that I was working on, and I kind of got stumped by it, meaning I didn't like the way the layout was working. I didn't like the way it was coming together, and it kind of stalled me when it comes to working on the project. And that just, it's not like a writer's block, it's like an artist block. But hey, Kodiak, come on in whenever you can, man. All right. But it happens to me every now and then where I'll get to a certain page or part of a story where everything I do isn't working. It's not coming out the way I want it to. And it puts a halt to the entire process. And this particular double page splash kind of halted me a little bit. But I'm going to get back onto it. And I did layouts. I did layouts past that page, but I never finished a page because I got stuck on that one. But that's okay. That's all right. But I'm bringing up my my layout pages now. And we're going to start working on it again. I'm going to solve the problem, so to say. All right, that's not it. Now the problem is I got to find what I did with it. Let's see. This is chapter 15. Let me go to chapter 16 and see if that's where the page is at. I know just seeing my empty table and my pad of paper here isn't helping, but I'm trying to find the reference that I originally started with, and then I can get started. And of course, everything wants to go slower than crap. Hope you all can still hear me. My my YouTube thing is clocking right now. Two minutes of me just talking to myself. Hopefully all you can hear me. All right. I believe the pages I was working on is pages 80 and 81. Yeah, that's it. That's it. I did change things. Oh, wait a minute. Is that the right page? Oh, sorry, guys. I'm so bad at this. Oops. That's not what I wanted. Yeah, I know. You're all sitting out there going, what the heck is he talking about? '79. Yep, that was it. 80 and 81. Pages 80 and 81. Okay, fantastic. I've got the reference up now. I got what I need, so I can get started on this. This was, okay, so let me just give you guys a clue as to what I was working on. This is a double page spread that it's the city that Hero and Pudge and their new friend Pang are flying into, but it's supposed to be from the view of somebody walking into the city, as Hero and Pang and Pudge fly above. So it's supposed to be like a street level view. And originally I designed it from a bird's eye view where they're looking down on it, and that was nice. But I added a couple extra pages to the story, and it just didn't work. The bird's eye view didn't work anymore, so now I had to change it up. So Arthur says, "I'll be in a minute. A wasp stung my backside." Dude, that's real world problems right there. Goodness gracious. Bee stings and wasp stings are not fun. So I'm sure he'll get to tell us that story. But in the meantime, I'll be drawing. All right. So in this city, there's a large statue that is that was been carved into the mountain. Pretty much, it's a statue of the founder of the city, of the village, of the place where everybody lives. And I'm not sure if it's a city yet. I believe it's a large village, but it could be a major metropolis city or a farming village or whatever. But I'm still working on the details. But there's this large statue that overlooks it, kind of like a protector overlooking the city type of thing. Very much like in Naruto, there's the statues or the carved figures of the founders, or not the founders. What is it? You know what it is. Anybody that's familiar with it knows what I'm talking about. And this is very much something like that. It's built into the rock formation that surrounds a good chunk of the city, of the village, and it does play an important role later on in the story because of something that happens later on. I need to actually look at a statue from below, because this is not the right angle, but let's just pretend like it is. All right. We're just gonna fake it till we make it. And at the directly underneath the statue is a series of temple buildings, which is where Pudge and Hero are going to, because this is, of course, where the Empress lives, is in the temple. And the architecture is based on just Chinese, Japanese architecture. Boy, I suck when it comes to words, don't I? But that's okay. That's all right. And I think the way the temple is it's three main spires that come up. I need to do a little bit more research. I did do research ahead of time, looking up some architecture, so I had an idea of what I was going for. But I think I want to change it around a little bit. And
testing 1, 2, 3.
What's up, Kodiak?
Hey, dude! I just got stung in the backside. What the heck is up with that?
How the heck did that happen?
I've been cutting the grass, and the grass has been like waist high because my riding lawnmower has been shot to hell. So we finally got that fixed. That was a nightmare, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta back up.
Yes.
Me and the kids, they all discovered something my dad used to do to me, and I bet you it's a Jacksonville, maybe a Southern thing, maybe just a dad thing, where you're like, "What's that on your shirt?" and you bump the nose. You know that one, right?
Mm-hmm, of course.
Oh yeah, classic, right? So they all started trying to get me, because I'm a dad, so I'm ultimate at it, and I get them on everything, and I get the wife, and they can none get me, right? So we're done. And my middle son has helped me outside and stuff like that. And I'm trying to rush to, be on the show, whatever. And he's like, you're going to think this is trying to get you, but I'm not. There's a wasp on your side. And I'm looking at him like, this is good. This is good. But you're not going to get me. And he's like, no. And he starts laughing. That same thing that I would do if I'm like trying to tell somebody, look, this is true, but I can tell you don't believe it. Right.
Right.
So
right.
about that time on my side, I feel it because I don't got my shirt on. So I brush at it and I'm like, oh, I felt it. I thought I saw it fly away. And he and I, right at that moment, admitted and shook hands on it to no longer do the joke. It's gotten out of hand, right? It's gotten out of hand. So I go to hop. I got one of them large chairs my brother-in-law hooked me up with, So you got to kind of hop into the office chair, right? So I go to hop into the office chair. Apparently the wasp moved from my side to my back, and I sat right on it. And right when I sat, I tried to jump forward, and it stung me. And I've never been stung by one of those things.
Oh, wow.
My wasps aren't really aggressive, and I know they help. I have big bumblebees, and I have wasps. My wasps aren't real aggressive, so I never even try to spray for them or anything. So I leave them alone, and they've never stung me. This one stung the hell out of me. So funny.
No, it's not funny, man. That hurts.
It hurts, but how that's a nice story, and that's not even the story I'm planning to tell you tonight. But I gotta wait for see if anybody's else is gonna show up tonight. It's kind of looks like a slow day.
Yeah, it's all right. It's Wednesday.
My video's not on, is it?
No, not currently.
That's something I'm working on. I can't show. So what is up with nobody mentioning 9/11, or have you seen a lot on it?
Oh, they had a thing at work today about it, and then they had on the radio they've been talking about it. I mean, they even the radio station, our news station here, actually played life, not real life, but at the time that it happened, audio clips.
8:45 or 8:40 something.
Yeah, yep. Audio clips of what was happening and what was going on.
Oh, ouch! Yeah.
Because Jamie Dupree, who is one of our local guys, was actually in Washington and down the street from the Pentagon at the time.
Oh, wow.
So he was giving a this is what was going on type of thing, and that they were evacuating the Capitol and so forth, and they were playing the audio from that day, from that time, and so forth. So
maybe I'm just it started with my kids getting home. I'm like, okay, what did y'all learn about September 11th? And I have 4 kids in school, and none knew what the heck I was talking about. I'm like, they didn't even mention it. And to have
do you realize that there are now adults in this world that weren't alive when it happened?
Yes. CNN just tried to blame it on white people, by the way.
Of
Not
course.
to get, diverting right there before we go political, but yeah, it's a weird world we live in. But you know what? I remember my dad saying around the time I was old enough to start comprehending time, that 1968, I was born in 81, and I would have been old enough to start noticing things about 87, yada, yada. And he would tell me, things about civil rights movement and 1968 and how, and stuff like that. And he's like, that seems like such a long time ago. And that was exactly 20 years. Well, I'll tell you what, September 11th to me feels like not that long ago. I can still see it, smell it that day. That day is so brightly burned in our minds. We all know what we witnessed,
where we were, what we were doing, and so forth. Yeah,
exactly.
Well, it's really funny when I was working at Citibank at the time, and I always tell people when I found the job that I ended up having when I finished at my run at Citibank, I had been there for so long. I don't remember when I started at that position, but I always say I was there on 9/11. So that's why I say I know from that point on that I was in that position, because I was there that day. Now, when exactly I started it, I don't remember. It's so weird, but I knew where I was on that day. And what's really funny is that I was in the office and I wasn't feeling well. I had a headache or something, and I had finished up all my daily morning stuff. And I told the girls that I worked with, I'm gonna just head home because I'm tired. And I was in the car listening to Power 95 at the time, and they broke into news. And
Oh, that's a flashback. Power
yeah, I
9.
know. And then I called my wife, and she was at my mother-in-law's house. So I drove there, and we came in, and we were all sitting in the living room, and the TV was on, and we watched as the second plane hit. I was like, "Oh my God, did that just happen?" You know, because at the time they weren't still 100% sure what was happening, what was going on. So, hey Avery, what's going on, man? I hear he dung in. He
It
ding
was
dinged in.
Avery. Avery did it.
I did
Of course,
what?
Avery did.
I did what?
You're 9/11. It was all you.
Oh, dude, no 9/11 jokes. Not okay.
No, I see. I wasn't going there. That's where we were talking about 9/11.
Andrew, again, when you try to be edgy.
Yeah, well, we were talking about it, just remembering.
Yeah, but still, bro.
Put it back. Sorry, I had to scold kids on live TV.
All right, well.
No, I had told Andrew how it seemed like, I hadn't noticed, well, because I had the kids, so the kids, the fact that they didn't show the kids anything today, and I have 4 of them in school, and they were like, all like, what is today? And I'm like, what? Really?
Yeah.
You're all old enough. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So.
How old are they?
One is in 6th grade because they have the 6th grade in.
Yeah. They should be telling those kids about that the same as they tell them about Pearl Harbor.
Hell no, they want to build a generation that doesn't contemplate what happened.
Garbage.
You know what's really funny is that one of the most memorable things for that day was actually the day before. You remember the president was in Jacksonville the day before.
He was. Yeah.
And I remember because we lived off of Merrill Road at the time, and I picked the kids up from school, and we were on our way home. We were going the back way through like a residential area, and we got stopped in traffic, and we're like, what the hell's going on? And then I listened to the news to find out that the president was coming through, heading over to whatever that school was that was down at the end of Merrill Road. And we were stuck in traffic waiting for the president to go past. And we saw all the police officers and all that stuff go by, and then they let us go, and we went home. But it's like, I know where I was the day before, and I know where I was the day of because of those things. So, oh well. It's like, where were you when Elvis died? Well, I wasn't even born yet, but
yeah, you were.
No, I wasn't. When did he die? 72?
No,
78.
70.
Was it?
Oh, well.
76? Yeah.
76, 77, something like that.
Well, then I was like 3 and didn't care.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was. When I was.
I remember where we were during the OJ Bronco chase. Do you remember that, Avery?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I just
we were at Six Pockets playing pool.
Six Pockets.
You, me, Todd, and
on Blanding.
No, off of Beach Boulevard.
Oh, right.
It's no longer there, but yeah.
Yeah, I don't think there's very many pool places around town like there was in the 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were all over the place.
Yep. And we were there playing pool, and
I had my times hanging out with friends at pool halls, but I sucked at it.
And we were watching it as it unfolded. I don't remember where I was when Michael Jackson died. I don't think I remember hearing him talk about it on the radio, but I don't remember where I was when Prince died.
I remember where I was when Dimebag died.
Who?
I knew you was gonna say that.
Yeah. Dude, you're
knew you was that's my fault, Avery, and I set him up for it. I didn't mean to.
Uh-huh.
I didn't mean to. I really didn't, but yeah. No, but seriously, they that morning I had left for field service, which is like a church thing, which is that pioneering thing that I told you I did.
Mm-hmm.
So I was trying to clean my act up and be all religious and stuff like that. So I had kind of gotten away from the heavy metal and away from my friends and stuff like that. And I had just recently got into Pantera and whatever. And that morning on the TV, there was like this band, and they made it seem like just some club band. And I guess that's what at the time they were at a club, but it's like this band, and it gets gunned down on stage, and I shut it off and I go about my day. Later that day, I believe it was Klinger. He's like, I'll tell you what happened with Pantera in a minute. And there was a bunch of drama with Pantera. So I'm at a stoplight, and he comes back on, and he's like, Dimebag Daryl was shot on stage, and his brother, at the time, there was all kinds of confusion. His brother might be shot, blah, 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 but Dimebag's definitely dead. And dude, I just paused. I just froze. Like, I was literally at the intersection of the friend who lived in a trailer park that I used to live in, who turned me on recently, you know, just before my religious thing, to Pantera. I'm literally, it's like a fork in the road. And that's kind of what made me pause. But I literally got beeped at because the light turned green and I just froze in the middle of traffic. I'm like, this is a sign. So guess what I did? I turned and went to the friends, ended up getting in trouble from the church and whatever, and leaving the church. And there you go.
You bad boy.
Yep.
Bad boy.
I had friends that lived in that neighborhood and they told on me for being at that friend's house. So good thing I got away from them guys.
Wait a minute, you had friends that lived in the neighborhood that told on you?
Yeah, no, that's the way those things are set up. You know, that's why I kind of hate the way things are right now, this outrage cancel culture. You know, that's why I started realizing it for what it was. It's like, keep tabs on your, you know, tell on them. If they don't do exactly, you know, the way you believe they should, tell on them, and then don't hang out with them, that kind of stuff, you know. Typical cult stuff.
Typical, huh?
Yeah. All right, I'll be right back.
Okay. I have a funny story to tell you, Avery, that I told my wife as soon as it happened. I said, I can't wait to tell this to Avery. He'll be so disappointed in me.
I couldn't possibly be more disappointed in you.
So trust me, you will be. But it really happened. It happened exactly the way I'm going to tell you the story. But
dude, check this out, man. This came in the other day.
Oh yeah, ooh, that's one of those Japanese ones.
Yeah.
Now that's the one that we pick up at Michael's, right?
Yeah.
No, look at it. It's a different brand.
Oh, it's a different brand. Oh, it kind of looks a little bit like it, but it's only the
exactly
one flush print.
Yeah, it's got 2 cartridges.
Nice.
I've never seen one with cartridges. That's cool.
Yeah, I don't know if the ink's any good. I just like these markers that I got off Wish, and those microns are microns, but most of them work. The .005 doesn't. And it's because the reason they were so cheap, I think, is they're old stock.
Ah.
How those pens, it doesn't matter if you keep it sealed, it's going to get old.
Yeah.
Right.
Because they have a brand on there that look like microns that aren't. And I got this off of Wish too. And its price versus the $12 ones for just one barrel of ink. This thing was like, I don't know, $5-6 with shipping.
Oh,
so I gotta try. I gotta try it out. Just like this set of gray markers is, so far as what I can tell, it's slightly less quality than Prismacolor.
Mm-hmm.
But I got this whole set of grays that might be fine for doing commission sketches. They're alcohol-based markers, and they were, I don't know, I think like $9 with shipping, $10 with shipping.
Wow.
$12.
They're not whatchamacallits, right?
They're not Copic. They're not Prismacolor.
Okay.
They're slightly less, because Prismacolor, I put Prismacolor a couple notches below Copic.
Are they refillable?
No, but they're so cheap. Who cares?
Oh, okay.
This whole set with shipping was like $10-12.
Oh wow.
So what?
Yeah, you pay that much for 3 pens.
You can pay almost that much for one Copic.
Yeah.
They're about $9 each. So, and so far I've tried them just a little bit, just on scrap paper. They seem like slight less quality than a Prismacolor.
Gotcha.
But they're not. But they're better than the Crayolas, which are about what these cost.
Right.
You know, things like a Crayola.
Now, how long from the time you ordered them till the time you got them? Because that was always my problem with Wish, is that it always took forever.
2 to 3 weeks. But I ordered everything at the same time. The pens came first over a week ago. So 3 weeks total.
Okay.
It tells you on there.
Something about the things coming from China. Not only is the quality going up, but like the shipping is going down, like way down.
Yeah, this stuff was not expensive.
Yeah.
I need to try this out to see how the ink is, like if I can put the marker on top. If it's good, if it's okay, if it's decent, I'm gonna start buying these.
Very cool.
Uh,
The only problem is you're gonna have to order them in enough time for when you need them. You know.
At the price these are, if it's good, you order 2 or 3 at a time.
Yeah. Oh, I got you.
China knockoffs has gotten me about the if I
This
can.
this might not be a knockoff. It may just be a popular brand in China.
Right.
Well, whatever they're doing with, however they got their shipping to where they can ship in, because their shipping dropped. Like it used to be, you could get knockoffs on Transformers. Sometimes are better than the Transformers Hasbro puts out.
Sometimes.
Yeah, and
I've seen the pictures online, man. Some of them do look way better.
When now that's starting to become a rule, which is sad. It's like, but what are you gonna do?
Here's a piece of watercolor paper.
Looks like about the same. That's awesome. No, it looks. Well, I can't really tell.
That's a real thick too.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. And look at how fine of a line I can get out of that fat brush.
Very nice. Very nice. Well, I made a run by the comic book store today, being that it's Wednesday, and I didn't spend a dime on new comics. I bought old comics.
It seems like decent ink. I got to let it dry and then use a marker on it or hit it with some water to see if it breaks down. If because the black barrel Pentels are the water soluble, and the gray ones are the non-water soluble.
Derpy Oreo says doodling. That's right.
Well, I have an epic story.
Avery's breaking in some new pens right now.
Yeah, that's an awesome pen. I'm thinking.
So far, man, it seems.
What about when you fill and then go back to a sharp tip? Yeah, you already did because you already blotched out there. Uh-oh. Did I freeze out?
No, Avery froze.
Yeah, my internet. It says right here, my internet connection's unstable.
Oh, okay. I got that message just a minute ago, so it might be my side too.
It cleared up.
Those are nice lines. Does it
Yeah.
Does it get splotchy at all?
Well, it's on watercolor paper, so it's going to get some.
It's rough.
Yeah.
So yeah. Okay.
I'm hoping Todd will show up even for a minute so that I can tell everybody this show because this joke.
It's drying and it looks like about the same quality ink so far as those Pentel. So I may start buying these, and it came out of these barrels.
Right.
Sometimes more. Depends on how much black you can get. Like, I'm shocked at how far like the Pentels go. And I love them. I've gotten where I prefer to buy the brush pens and that cartridge brush pen that you got me more cartridges for, the one for carrying around with you. That's kind of like a calligraphy pen. I've gotten where I prefer to have them.
What I started doing with those is using just a regular old syringe and refilling it with Indian ink.
Yeah. I need to find some syringes because I have like 3 or 4 I could refill that way.
Yeah.
And
I just stole the syringe from my wife. She's an insulin user. As long as I don't make her reuse it, which I wouldn't, of course. Hey, Evan's here. Hey, Evan, how's it going, man?
Did Evan just get here?
He didn't announce. He just showed that he's lurking.
Yeah. Hey, you remember I showed you?
We keep losing you, man.
Avery, you're dropping out bad, brother.
You keep dipping in and out.
Off.
I don't think he can even hear us, Andrew.
I don't know. You keep dipping in and out.
It's saying it's clear for me right now.
Okay.
Yeah, right now.
Well, you're okay now, so.
Okay. Did you hear what I said?
Nope, missed it up completely.
Okay, you remember when I was like showing Kodiak some stuff, and he could only see like small stickers of one of the stuff while I was experimenting with a gouache on top of of like Prismacolor markers, and it does really cool stuff.
Yep.
I did find this one. I had it on the auction.
Oh, nice.
This is from like 2001. This is when I was experimenting with it. This is one of the pieces I did that way. And it's Prismacolor marker with gouache and some Prismacolor pencil on top.
Avery Evans says he did just get here. So for a minute there, I was scared it might have been some other Evan von Scriber.
Exactly.
But yeah, good to have you here, man. Good to have you.
I lost you.
What's the symbolism of the lion? Is that just something you were?
Oh, I did this right after 9/11.
Oh, that makes that even more special.
I did this right after 9/11.
Dope as hell.
Did people on the auction know that?
I think so.
Okay.
Now I need to find that Spider-Man Green Goblin. I don't know if I gave that away or.
I think I have it, to be honest with you.
Okay, that one has some cool things going on with the color too.
I'll have to see if I can find it.
It's got like anatomy problems because it was drawn like 18 years ago.
I'm not seeing it. Except unless you're maybe nope. It's behind the shield, all right. His crotch is all tight. No, I'm just kidding. But no, I don't see the.
Yeah, did you notice how he's focusing on certain things and? Yeah, little. Hey, Cross is here. Hey, Rick, how's it going?
What up?
He tells you to try again this week.
Cross, get your butt in here.
Oh yeah. But like, I think it might be cool. I can't try this again, although I would like to, with my more modern style. It's just I can't afford the markers. They're too expensive. Although I could maybe try it with a set of the color ones for this. Because for like $30, I could get a set of like 80-something colors.
Did they have a variety of colors, or?
Yes, they have like these massive packs that include like several different skin tones, and like it's like 80-90 colors for like $30.
Very cool.
And it's slightly less quality. They're alcohol based, and they're slightly less quality than like a Prismacolor. And I put Prismacolor a couple of notches down from Copic, so they're nowhere near a Copic. Copics are the bomb. There's some other people making some decent markers these days, but they're still not Copics. Nobody's.
I like it when you do that because I'm kind of gun shy with Copic because I use stuff that I buy at the Michaels or AC Moore, and I just don't like art, and that makes me think I don't like alcohol markers, right?
No, Copics are
the shiznick.
Yes, very, very, very much, and everything about it is replaceable. The tips, if the tip goes bad, you can replace it. Yep. If it goes empty, you can refill it.
Yeah, but we only have one store here in town that sells all the supplies for Copics. You can go buy a Copic at Michael's, but you can't buy the tips and you can't buy the refill inks and all that.
But they're not horribly expensive. It's like $8 for a bottle that refills a marker several times.
Yes. I actually got several bottles of the different grays for my gray pens.
I don't actually think this would be a good mission statement, but I just thought it would be cool. I've thought this since the 90s, and that's before I knew just how much equipment an artist really needs.
Yeah.
I always thought a comic book store that also was an art store that sold all the gear you need for it.
The overhead would be huge.
And it wouldn't work. It really wouldn't work. But
not in Jacksonville.
Yeah.
Well, I can buy and sell supplies in my store, but I can't. It's not like I can make a profit off them. I'd have to pretty much sell them for what I pay for them.
Yeah.
So
unless you became like an actual, but
yeah, the niche is so small.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, one of the things that people come into my store for, well, they will eventually.
And you can't. like if you need this stuff, especially the pro level stuff, if you need Copics, if you need Repeatograph, if you need the high end the high end sable brushes, you're just better off ordering it on Amazon. No brick and mortar store can compete with the prices of some of these things on Amazon.
Yeah.
And that's for the name brand stuff.
But price, yeah, but convenience, that's where you get you.
Now, yeah, but you're only going to sell one every once in a while that way.
Yeah.
The overhead is huge.
The Art of Read is here. Welcome, my friend. Welcome, my friend. Well, listen, I got a stack of comics I wanted to go through pretty quick, a little quickly. Okay. There might be a few little gems in here you might be interested in. Mm-hmm. But I went by the local store and they refilled the bins. Mm-hmm. And I spent about 20 minutes there and got a couple of goodies and found a whole stack of more goodies that I want to go back for later. But got to have money to buy this stuff and don't always have it. But on the top of the list is just some random newer comics. We've got a couple of Rebirth issues. Titans number 12 from the Rebirth with Rockerford on art. I like his stuff. He was the guy that did the art on what is the new Age of Hero?
I have no idea, dude.
He did the art on Sideways.
Yeah.
So I like his stuff. The cover looks pretty fantastic. I like that one a lot. So that's mainly why I picked it up, was for the cover. We got a Sinestro annual with a couple of different artists in here worth checking out. An issue of Green Lanterns, number 25. Issue of Justice League. This is the Suicide Squad and Justice League versus Justice League tie-in. I got a fantastic detective issue. This is one of those really nice Breyfogle, Norm Breyfogle.
I believe I have that issue. I was buying Batman back then.
Yeah, this is nice. This is nice.
Yeah, those were great. I love them.
Yeah. This is one that's got the Penguin in it, of course. So.
Classic era.
I found a whole bunch of old Flash issues. This is issue 96. It's got a Ringo cover, but it's LaRocca art on the inside. So still worth checking out. And then we've got a couple other issues. This is 193. This is Scott Collins on art, who I think Scott Collins probably is as famous for his work on the Flash like Mike Ringo was. They're both known for their work on Flash. So this is cool to have. Actually, I had a couple others. I thought I had some others up here at the top of the stack, but I guess not. An early New Mutants issue. This is 58. This is Brent Blevins. So of course I picked it up. I think I'm fairly certain I have it. But I
don't think I have that one, but I don't know.
Yeah, anytime I see a Brent Blevins issue, I got to pick it up.
Yeah, I do too, even ones I already have.
X Factor number 13 with a fantastic Walter Simonson cover.
I love that cover.
I believe he did the interior as well. Yes, he did. He sure as heck did. So this is one of those cool issues that, just
his work. Awesome. His work on X Factor was fantastic. It's still second to Thor in my heart, but I still love it. It's the stuff that got me into comics, that made me want to draw comics. It was Walter Simonson was on X Factor, and Silvestri was on Uncanny X-Men, and Blevins was on New Mutants. And when I got into that stuff, I was just like, this is what I want to do. This is amazing.
Yeah. And here's a couple issues of Wolverine from the John Romita Jr. run. Mark Millar, and this is the Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. storyline. This is issues 27 and 28. I know somebody out there who will be interested in these, so I'll put them aside. I found an issue. This is just a random issue of Sandman. This is issue number 67. I get lots of people coming in the store. I think three of the biggest things that people ask for, if I have, is The Boys, Sandman, and Hellboy. Mm-hmm. And it's pretty much, okay, they either made a movie or a TV show about it, and people are looking for those issues. And so I don't have very many Sandman issues at all.
Sandman might be because of American Gods.
No. They're making a Sandman Netflix show or something.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. It was just recently announced.
But Neil Gaiman continually gains new fans.
Oh, yeah.
He as much as he's misinformed about CG,
who really cares?
You can't take away the quality of his body of work.
Yeah. This is another issue of Thor, Walter Simonson. This is 342. I think I have a copy or two of this one. Whenever I see them, got to pick them up,
Yep, me too. I think I have a couple of copies of that one too.
This is Marvel Superheroes Contest of Champions, the limited series.
I like that cover.
Yeah, I know. Let's see. Hannigan and Milgram are the cover artists. I wonder if they're the same artists on the inside. I don't remember following Contest of Champions.
No, it's
as a
from way
kid,
before. It's from
yeah.
way before I was buying regularly.
Oh, pencils by John Romita Jr.
Oh, nice.
Why does that always happen? I always tend to pick up, but oh well, this is cool. I can't wait to check it out. This was an issue of X Factor. This is issue number 63. I remember buying this and having it in high school. But what's so funny is the guy that fills the bins usually buys collections from stores and other people. This one had a $10 price sticker on it, and I don't have a clue why it would have been listed as $10.
Because in the 90s, it probably was.
I don't remember anything specific happening in this issue.
It didn't matter back then. If you missed a book, dude, through the late 80s and early 90s, if you missed an issue, it was immediately in the back issue bins for $5 to $10 of the popular books. Especially
before internet, where you can just go online and find your missing book. That it caused a supply and demand.
Mm-hmm. If you missed an issue of X-Men, the next month, man, that book was going to cost you $5 to $10
or more. Yep. This is an issue of Wolverine back from the Silvestri run. I love Spiral. I think she's an awesome bad guy. This one, I was never a collector of Deathstroke, nor was I interested in Vigilante. I just absolutely freaking love this cover. I don't know why. It's a Mike Zeck cover. It says, "She's here. Meet DC's hottest new urban commando, introducing the all-new Vigilante."
Well, it's a Mike Zeck.
Yeah, I know, but
Are the interiors Mike Zeck? Because I used to get fooled by these, and
yes, I did too.
No, Art Nichols guest penciler, George Perez guest inker. So,
because I would get these things, and they just would not appeal me inside. These Deathstroke comics, they just kind of bored me. I don't know why.
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic, love it. I got a Teen Titans special. This is also a Deathstroke issue.
Now that looks rad, but
yeah, this is a Rebirth issue. Originally priced $4.99. Bought it at 10% or 90% off. So definitely cool. Here's one. Now this one's a little beat up, but this is a fantastic cover.
Mm-hmm.
It's a great cover. Actually, I have another copy of this, but it's in much better condition. This is definitely a dollar issue.
That was a cool issue because Wolverine was infected with the Brood, and because they couldn't shift his skeleton.
Oh, one of my favorite panels right there. I know that book.
Yeah, because they couldn't change his skeleton to fully transform him because the adamantium, it allowed his healing factor time to fight off the infection.
Yep.
And he never transformed. He reverted back. He was able to fight it off.
But that's such a great cover.
It is. It's a fantastic cover.
Hey, JP4. How's it going, man?
That one's as classic as the one where he's on the stake.
Yeah.
I got a bunch of Punisher issues here. I think most of them are from this storyline. Punisher Final Days, Part 1 of 7. This is issues 53, 55, and 56. I know I've got a few more. I bought 60 comics, and we're only going to look at 30 tonight because, I hate making these videos way too long. But this, who did the art on the interior? It's not great, but the covers were pretty nice.
There's some panels in there that are good though.
So, Hugh Haynes penciler with Jimmy Palmiotti inker, but like this cover right here, that's a Joe Quesada. Same as this one. These are both Joe Quesadas.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Joe used to be a really good artist.
And this, I found another copy. I don't know. I got to look. This may actually be in better condition than the copy that I have of this. But this was the comic that when I found it, made me want to draw comics. This was the issue. This is the one that has the first page, splash page, with the characters that if I could own any original Art Adams page, price be damned, it would be this page. Because to me, this was just freaking awesome. I just absolutely love this page.
I have that in trade with the Paul Smith issues all put together.
Yeah. But this is a great story. It's fantastic art. This is Art Adams. What happened? Here's the funny story. I went to, my dad would go to the commissary, and they had a magazine section that had comics, and my dad would let me go and pick out a comic, and I bought G.I. Joe and Transformers, and that was it. And this particular day, I went over to the shelves, and I looked, and there wasn't a single G.I. Joe or Transformer I didn't already have. So I had to pick something else. And I saw this, the annual, and my dad's like, the price didn't really matter. And normally comics back then were like 75 cents. And this one was $1.25, and it was double size. I was like, ooh, let me get the double size one. And my dad pay for that. And this is where I fell in love with the art of making comics. This was the issue that did it for me. And,
you go for that. You go for the double stuffed cookies, don't you?
Well, I have. Then here's an issue of Daredevil. I'm not sure. I believe
That's from Born Again.
Yeah, I think this is a Frank Miller issue by Frank Miller and David Mazzucchelli. Look at this splash.
That's from Born Again.
Really?
Yes, dude.
I've never read that one. I've never read that story, but
you can borrow my trade.
Okay.
I want that issue though.
It's awesome. Then we got another Wolverine. This is a Ron Garney Wolverine. Look at that cover. That's just a fantastic cover. I mean, I've always liked Mystique as a character, but you get an artist that can draw her well.
Yeah.
And I mean, Ron Garney definitely drew her well in that one. We got another Wolverine issue. I have a regular who absolutely loves Wolverine, and I put him aside for him and give him the first dibs at him. So, issue 4 of that Cinder and Ash limited series.
Todd wants that
for Todd. Yep. I found. So now I have 3 of the 4. Jose Luis Garcia Lopez.
Yeah. Definitely save that for Todd.
This is gorgeous storytelling. But yeah, I think I have 3 of the 4 issues so far. I think I'm still missing 1, and I think it's issue 2, but I got to double check. I've got them put aside for him. So
okay, yeah.
And I'll be seeing him in a month. I am so excited. I got an issue of Amazing Spider-Man. I actually have a guy that comes in and pretty much buys up all my Amazing Spider-Mans. So I got at least 1 here for him, if he doesn't already have it. And this is one of the Dan Slott ones. So whatever.
Another by Todd.
Yep. Whenever I see him, I pick them up because
that's who my story is about today.
These are
guys are gonna laugh and just be like, shake your head.
Dude, that's epic.
It's so wrong, but it's so right.
No, it's so 90s is what it is.
It's
the
awesome.
90s.
Yeah.
And then I also picked up another issue of the Daredevil Man Without Fear. This is the Frank Miller, John Romita Jr. series. This is issue number 2. I think I have issue 3 or 4. I don't remember exactly which ones, but this was such a good read, so I'm looking forward to reading it again. But there you go. Another 30 comics going to be bagged and boarded and brought into the store this weekend. Nice. So if anybody out there is watching and you're looking for any of these, they will be available, except for a few that'll be put aside for people. So the Cinder and Ash will be put aside. The Daredevil will be put aside. But if somebody's willing to give me big money for them, I'll forego these guys. I don't like them very much anyway. So
I just drew this cracker
at least save the ones for Todd. He's letting you stay at his place for free.
Oh, I got a whole stack ready for him, man. Trust me.
I mean, if you want to sell out the one for me, fine.
Actually, no. Look, this is my stack that's put aside for people. All these silencers are going to my brother-in-law as part of the deal I made with him. Nice. The Elektra Assassins, those are for Todd.
Nice.
The Cinder and Ash, that's for Todd. Issues 2 and 3, so I'm missing issue 1. The Dead Man, the Atari Forces that he was looking for, the Twilight, some more Jose Luis Garcia Lopez. The Night Forces, those are for you.
Cool.
I forgot. And the Superman by Mike Mignola for you. Cool. So yeah, I got these put aside.
I love Gene Colan. Like the Night Force and Tomb of Dracula. Night Force, even less than Tomb of Dracula, isn't a super popular series.
Oh yeah.
They have their fans, but Gene Colan, I freaking love Gene Colan. Like I did that whole Dracula that nobody wants, but I don't care. Like I kind of want to do another one, like something with almost a full body shot and the castle in the background, just because I love Dracula.
Oh, that would be cool. That would be cool. Hey guys, guess what time it is?
Oh, Jesus.
Oh no, it's either Legos or Peeps or one of those like finger banging sludge eggs.
No, we're not going to do sludge egg. Even though I do have one. I do have one. We're going to do a peep show episode because I've got some goodies over here
Damn it.
that if I don't try them soon and get it on camera, they'll be gone because people
Okay.
have been snacking them.
I should have saved my sandwich and not eaten any of it for Peep Show.
Oh, well, if you want to put yourself on camera showing us you eating something, I'd gladly let you do it.
Well, I've already eaten a third of the sandwich, and the other part's chopped up.
All right, so this is what I have for this evening.
It's a beast.
Now, everybody knows Little Debbie makes snacks that are fantastic. I don't think there's a single Little Debbie out there that's bad.
Yeah. Yes.
Who's trying to call me? Oh, geez, Louise. Hold on a second.
Yeah.
I gotta
Answer the
pause
phone.
for a second.
Yeah. Sure. Answer the phone. And show your face. What? Yeah. While you talk on the phone. I'm so
Hold on a second, kid. I gotta mute myself.
Oh my god. Is the screen locked on him?
No, it's locked on. It's locked on your epicness.
Oh. This is pretty much done. There's some stuff I got to go back into it with some white gel pen.
Oh, that's so good.
I just got to go find my gel pens.
Make Todd pay for it.
Oh, dude. Yeah, I told Todd if he wants this, he can pick up some Topi graphic novels for me and trade it.
Awesome. He probably has some.
No, he can find them at New York. He'll be at New York Comic Con. He should be able to find some cool stuff. Of course, some of his graphic novels, because they're out of print and Topi is dead. There's some of his graphic novels, the first printing go for like $200, $300, $500.
Yeah. And he's somebody I'm familiar with his name because of, making my rounds now. And I intend to pick him up, but I haven't got into him yet.
You know what? I have one graphic novels that was published by Arcana or somebody like that here and translated into English. And I happen to have 2 copies of that one. I might be willing to part with one of them. Very, very cheaply because I only paid like $2 for it.
Sweet. That kind of brings me to the funny story I'm going to tell y'all later.
All right.
Because you know how Andrew has the Spawn 300 for me that I got, and they gypped my wife on her paycheck.
Yeah,
she's owed more money, and it's like all of a sudden she gets money for like, oh, Jesus,
that's horrible.
Anyway, yeah, it sucks. But anyways, yeah, it's just I don't know why that makes me think.
All right, let's do something that's fun. Let's do a peep show episode, everybody. Now, as I was saying, everybody knows Little Debbie makes fantastic treats. Everybody loves them. I can't think of a single one that's bad, but they have their line of autumn flavored treats. And we have caramel apple oatmeal cream pies, which my wife has already tried and said they're very good. So we may give that a shot.
Andrew loves a good cream pie.
That's right. And then pumpkin spice rolls.
That one he doesn't get.
Yeah.
Pumpkin spice rolls.
Disgusting pumpkin.
Yes.
That's definitely a lady snack because this, in the fall, women go crazy for everything pumpkin. I found something in the store yesterday that I'm going to go back and get because I have something I'm going to get. It's very seasonable for Halloween. In Target, they had a display of the Count Choco and the blueberry and all so forth cereals.
We've already had all 3 boxes.
They also had blueberry and Frankenberry roll-ups and Count Chocula breakfast bars.
I'm disturbed.
I know. I can't wait to try. They sound disgusting, but I can't wait to try them. But we're going to start. We're going to start with the pumpkin spice rolls. We're going to give these a shot. And remember everybody out there, I do this for you. I taste test these things so you don't have to.
Thank God my internet connection is shoddy tonight.
My wife's over there laughing.
That's
Are you okay?
Intro to the segment. Every time. It's awesome. It's the intro, not the segment.
Whatever she was drinking on, she's choking on over there. Are you okay? Breathe deeply, dear. Breathe deeply.
I think she's really dying, Andrew. You should go help.
She's laughing. She's smiling. Are you okay? Now, I knew this segment was one day going to kill somebody. I just thought it would be me.
Wow.
All right. Oh, wow. I didn't realize this. The Little Debbie pumpkin spice rolls are in their own little individually packed with labels and everything on it. They have like if you were going to buy these individually. So let's see, 11 grams of fat, 130 milligrams of sodium. Wow, that seems like a lot. Total sugar is 27 grams.
How much sodium do you need in a snack cake?
Let me see. Carbs. Total carbs 40 grams. Is that good?
No.
That's like one meal right there, don't you know? And protein one G. What's a G?
Yeah.
Gram.
You
gram.
know what those carbs do in your system to sugar?
You know what it says here? It says total sugars 27 grams includes 27 grams of added sugar, 54% sugar. This cake roll is 54% sugar.
Well, you got sugar in the cake.
Doesn't that sound fantastic?
Yeah, you got sugar plus the carbs. The carbs are going to turn to sugar in your system.
Why don't they just put sugar in the package, you know?
You know, one of the things I hate about getting older is I have never been a sweets guy, and as I get older, my body craves it, and it's weird shit, and I hate it.
I used to never have a sweet tooth. Now I crave chocolate sometimes.
There are times in the middle of the night I'll get an hankering for chocolate, for something sweet, and we don't normally keep any of that kind of stuff around, so it's something that I just don't get.
Are you kidding? I went to your house and you have hypodermic needles that are meant for diabetes shot up with sugar.
Evan says, Andrew, and then Cross says, you don't have to taste test for me. I can do it for myself. Gotta love is all. Got to love is all in metric. And then Evan says, tell me stories about Joshua Hughes. We'll get to there eventually. All right.
I got one question.
All right,
if you put a peep in a shot of vodka, will it absorb the vodka?
I have no idea. I don't drink vodka.
That was for Avery.
I don't know. Will marshmallow absorb vodka? I don't know.
Ooh, this
it
smells...
probably dissolved.
Guys, if you're into the pumpkin, it's dripping all over the place. If you're into pumpkin, this smells delicious.
Your pumpkin is dripping all over the place.
Now let me ask you guys.
It's dripping on his cream pie.
Listen, with Swiss cake rolls, the chocolate covered Swiss cake rolls with stuff. Do you guys eat those a certain way?
I don't eat those.
Like a bite it, or do you like? I have always and forever pulled it apart and eaten it piece by piece. So I don't know why, but I always have. So I'm wondering if I should do that with these. Pull it apart. Oh, there we go. It's dripping.
Looks like that's the cream pie treat.
Yeah, pull it apart.
Oh God, this is a horror show. I just watched part 2 of it, and this is way more scary.
Yeah.
Actually, pretty good. I mean, it's not bad. Smells delicious.
That's already out.
It's in theaters. I watched it on my Xbox last night.
Guys, we're talking about Swiss cake rolls now. Not me, okay?
Yeah, but this is scarier. We don't care about sweet cakes, man. We just want to watch you die.
Getting a little
sugar.
It's kind of like watching 5 Faces of Death, only in real time.
Exactly. The mini Faces of Death. Those things were disturbing.
Yeah, they were.
A lot of it was fake, but
yeah.
Now the cream inside,
but the ones that weren't,
the cream inside is very, very, very potently sugary.
Yeah, I love it when. Even his wife is feeling it. It's just like
so disgusting.
That was actually pretty good, guys. If you like pumpkin, I think you'll like these.
Who likes pumpkin?
I'm not a big fan of pumpkin, really.
There was that prostitute that one time named Pumpkin.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was really sweet too. So
That explains the discharge.
see, this is another thing I like to do. You see how the little piece of paper that comes with the Swiss cake roll on it's got some of the frosting still stuck on it?
You're gonna lick the paper.
No, I don't lick the. What I do is I tear a piece of the paper off so that I got a straight edge, and I scrape it, just like that. And
I don't get how he's half my size, Avery. I literally don't eat like that. That's what sometimes I'm just like, what the heck?
now I don't know if I've got enough energy to do the cream apple pies.
Oh.
I'm gonna do it. I'm doing it for you guys. I'm doing it for you. Okay.
The thing is, Andrew doesn't understand how disturbing this is.
Oh wow! Look how small these things are. These are like
The size of an oatmeal cookie.
no. Well, no. Normally, their oatmeal cookie, Little Debbie oatmeal cookies, got a little bit more size to them. These are like almost half the size. I mean, really. So, all right.
I want to hear what his wife's saying because it sounds epic.
Now, she's already
She
tried
said
these, so she's chiming in. She's chiming in.
He said something of yours was half the size. That's all I heard.
Would obviously still work.
Yep.
This actually smells pretty good. I mean, it's supposed to be caramel apple. I don't smell the caramel. I smell the apple, but I don't smell the caramel. All right, let me taste it. You ready? Whoa!
I've seen shark attacks that were less vulgar.
This has got a little bit of a kick to it, guys. But it's actually It definitely has more of a apple aftertaste to it. I'm not tasting any caramel at all.
Taste the vanilla.
No, I'm not tasting vanilla either. I'm tasting apple and oatmeal. Are you guys still there, or did I totally destroy you?
Nope, died of a heart attack.
Died of a heart attack. Oh, she says open the cookie. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, there's a little cream in here too, and a little cream and a little bit of apple. So. Guys, they're not bad. They're not bad. Whoa. I think I just got a sugar rush.
You think?
Let me see, what are the sugar intake in these things? 140 calories per cookie.
Holy shit.
22% sugars, 24 grams carbs, 4.5 grams of fat, 0 grams of cholesterol. So that's good, right? Yeah, sure. 130 milligrams of sodium. That seems like a lot. But 140, well, these are 140 calories per one. The Swiss cake rolls are 260 calories. So in other words, the caramel apple is actually healthier for you. Aren't you guys glad I'm here to tell you this stuff? Woo! All right. That apple, I like the apple, but it definitely has an aftertaste that sticks with you. So if you don't like apple aftertaste,
that's what she said.
Yeah, stay away from those things. But the Swiss cake rolls were good. If you like pumpkin, they're really good. Ooh, there's a piece of frosting left over. That was delicious.
It was all about that aftertaste, though.
Cross Comic says, no. All right.
Yeah, pumpkin's disgusting.
I like pumpkin pie.
Now that you ran off the audience,
Yeah.
Can I tell my story?
Sure. Oh, wait. I got one real quick story to tell you.
Okay.
I'll make it really quick, okay? Wait a minute. I might have to actually go on camera for this one just because it's funny. But my wife and I were driving in the car together, and she turns it on to her I forgot what station it is. It's the one that plays like the best music from 80s, 90s, and whatever, right? And Evan says he left 10 minutes ago. Oh man, we miss you, Evan. And a song starts playing on the radio, and I start humming to it, right? And my wife turns to me and she says,
"As you do." She
turns to me and says, "Taylor Swift?" And I looked at her and said, "No, dear, it's Katy Perry." And then I said, "I'm going to tell this to Avery and to Kodiak and Todd, and they're probably going to go, oh God, I can't believe he said that. He knew that. Isn't that horrible?"
It's pretty cringy.
You want me to sing it for you? It's the Eye of the Tiger song from the one that she performed during the Super Bowl.
Why would she?
I have no idea what that is.
Okay, all right. I won't
Please
sing it.
Spare me.
You don't know what the Eye of the Tiger song is, or what the rest?
Yeah, the Katy Perry reference.
The Katy Perry version of the.
I was just gonna defend that, and then I realized all I know is Brick Horse or Trojan Horse or whatever that song is, and I know it because Leo did a metal version of it.
Who did?
Leo.
I don't know who that is.
Times.
Even though I've told him about the guy.
I still don't know who it is.
We've talked about it on the show like 20 million times. Y'all ready? This is actually it's I take the sentiment and I'm like, oh wow, he did, my brother-in-law works at the flea market on the other side of town, right? He actually started doing the trash. Now he's, helps with management, the owners, everything. He legitimately works there. He practically is groundskeeper for everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so he gets a lot of stuff he gets to buy and sell, and he's genius at it. He finds things that you're just like, money falls on this guy, okay? Matter of fact, that's why he keeps doing this. So today he comes across these 2 comic books.
Uh-huh.
They're in a wooden case that he said, when I said, man, I would have had those framed, he said, no, the wooden case was enough of a frame. It was just so cherry perfect, And he's like, he come across it and he recognized it immediately, but he's like, who's it? I don't recognize it. It just looks like some squiggle. And he looked it up and he's like, dude, how much for these? And he's like, I'll take $20 for it. And he said, 2 comic books. And he's like, damn it, I got to buy this. So he bought it with full intention of giving it to me, even though it was a couple $100 even online. It was Spawn #1, signed by McFarlane. Simple enough. I mean, but still, I'm a McFarlane fan. I'm a huge McFarlane fan.
I lost you.
You lost me?
Yeah.
It was it's Spawn #2, signed by McFarlane. On the back was certificates of authenticity, the whole deal.
Yeah, okay, cool.
He bought it for $20. Now he has to continue to work. So he went and worked. He put it in a special place. He'd go back and look at it, Come time for him to call me and say, bro, because he's the kind of guy, he'll get something for your birthday or for Christmas, and he was like, I can't wait. It's for Christmas, it's for your birthday, but I got to give it to you now, right?
Okay, yep.
So he called me up to tell me that, and he's like, I can't find it. Nowhere to be found. Now, this literally goes, him finding that literally goes with you finding me that 300 that I'm gonna buy from you, and that's like, oh, and I was so excited. It's like, yeah, dude, and it's like, he's like, I'm looking everywhere. Meanwhile, my wife, his sister, is at the flea market with the kids visiting the grandmother and whatever, and he's like he gets them to help look, everybody looking for these things. Like, he said the case it was in was worth $50. Its own self.
Somebody ganked it.
Somebody ganked it. I was like, he's like, and I was just there. I just seen it. It's just like, and it's like, I'd like to have that. That was a good call. And the fact that, he could have sold it for, whatever, he'd have made money on it. But he's like, no, this is for Bear. And I was like, damn it.
Damn.
What's the chance the guy that sold it to him snagged it?
That's what I'm thinking. He's seen it over there, or he's seen, yeah. Especially since me and my wife were both saying that's something somebody didn't go out to the flea market with that was theirs. They went out, they ganked that shit. You know, it's like in the first place, you know.
Well, I'll tell you what, if somebody comes to my store and wants to sell me a copy, I'll beat the crap out of them and take them from them.
Yeah, because you won't go to jail. But that is the kind of thing. It'd be like, now I'm gonna. But yeah.
That sucks, man.
Yeah,
That does suck.
But I like my wife and I both agreed. We feel bad for him because he was like super depressed because he was super excited about finding this thing, and he was going to give it to me as a gift. And I already take the sentiment as a gift. I'm like, whoa, that's freaking cool. That's freaking awesome. And then you know, on the phone, he's like, well, wait, where is it? You know, he's like looking for it on the phone. You can see that, you can hear that excitement turn into frustration, turn into anger, you know what I mean? And I was like, damn, I feel so bad for him right now, you know? It's like, because like you said, even if I wasn't into it, even if I wasn't a huge McFarlane fan, he could have sold it. You know, it's trending. A signed book is trending for about $200 right now. You know, so he could have at least cut that in half and made what? 200% of his, you know, profit back, kind of thing, or whatever. You know, basically he bought it for $20. He had made that and some. You know.
Well, the sentiment was very nice.
Yeah, it was very cool.
But I will definitely keep an eye out if somebody comes in the store and wants to sell me something like that.
He said it was some kind of wooden case or
Oh, so they took the whole case. They didn't take the comics.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought they took just the comics.
Now I paraphrased some of that. Some of that I don't know the detail on, but I'm pretty sure they took the case. If they didn't take the case, I'll ask them about it. But because I was like, yeah, man, I was like, that would have went up on my wall immediately on the frame. That's so cool. He's like, dude, you didn't even need a frame, and that's when he told me about the case.
Right.
But yeah, I was like,
Avery's jumping in. He's jumping and jumping back in. Avery, you okay?
He might have restarted his internet.
Maybe.
No, my internet is real choppy tonight for some reason.
No, okay.
Oh, so I don't think Malin knows this, but I think, and I'm legitimate, I'm not even exaggerating. I think Rob unblocked him. You know, it probably built up, but he finally unblocked him because of me. And everybody's like, what? Well, Rob went live, and he's like, and he's doing his, you know, super fast. I've snorted 20 lines, which he hasn't. He's just that energetic. Or do we know that? I don't know. But no, he's just super excitable, right? Whatever. And he's like, so I want to show you the best comic books my list of best comic books. And he pulls out the classics. He looks behind him, and there's this spinner, beautiful spinner rack, right? And it's got literally all these classics on the span, but they're tattered. You can tell, we would be able to tell, they're reader's copy.
Mm-hmm.
He turns to the thing, he's like, and I've got this before. Guys, you don't think I have better quality copies than this? This is my, you know, this is for me to thumb through. And he's like, you guys are going nuts over me thumbing through these books, you know? And they're just beat up copies, like the one where she, you know, the Dark Phoenix fez, you know? So he goes over his favorite sagas of all time. And they're all the late 70s, early 80s. He doesn't bring up anything from the 90s, but he does. He's like, if you think any X-Men book that you're reading is awesome, he's like, you're smoking. I'll never forget this. He said something like, you're smoking whatever's in your spoon, or you're snorting whatever's in your spoon. I died. we always think we're always 1 inch away from thinking he might be snorting something, you know, because it's so hyper. It's beautiful, but he's so excited about these old books. Basically, the same thing we do, and then he gets a couple little jabs in the industry today without really going too loud, and I thought that was so cool. So I wrote 2 things. One, it was the same day we just got off with Todd, and Todd showed us the exact page he held up the double spread with all the X-Men there, and they're about to face
Oh
off.
yeah.
That was a John Byrne double page opener.
Yep.
Well,
yep.
he opens his book and he shows that page, which immediately goes, oh, that's on auction right now. So I immediately type, I'm like, because he even mentions in the thing, he's like, I got a couple of John's pages. Da da da. I'm like, he would appreciate me going, hey, that's up for auction right now. So that's one of my comments. I said, Rob, that page is up for auction right now. Go look for it, or something to that effect. And then the other thing I said, I think I said first, is I was like, I called it. I knew that was a reader's copy behind you. Nobody has the right to question your love for comics. That you have the kind of energy we need in comic books right now. Just meaning his love for comic books. His honestly doing what we do every week, week in and week out, looking at the 50-cent bin. Same thing. He's just that excited about comic books, right? And at the end of it, I put hashtag unblock Malin, like I always do, right? So he likes both comments, right? And then goes over to Twitter, and I only know this because I was on Malin's thing, and he's like, yeah, Rob just unblocked me. So Rob, literally, so it's literally, he knows, he gets it. He gets it was a joke. I didn't think it would go through, but at least is connected small, but that night he unblocked Malin, and I'm just taking credit for it because I got small things. I'm taking small things. Anyways.
I agree with you 100%. You can take credit for that.
Yep. That's fun. It was just fun, But I love his spinner rack. His spinner rack is beautiful. It looks like everything you would want a spinner rack to. And
now, where was this? Was this on Twitter or YouTube or something?
He uses Instagram. That's why I kept telling Malin that he probably didn't even realize that he had him blocked on Twitterverse.
Right.
I'm blocked by Greg Capullo, and I know that guy's never talked to me or think about, hey, I'm going to block Arthur Brown. He just got some kind of block bot on keywords like Comic Skater or Ethan Van Sciver or whatever. And
nope, I hear you. All right, here's my design for this statue. I like it a lot. Now I just have to draw it from another angle, like an upward view angle. Comic Book Bob says, liked and shared. Gotta run, gotta get ready for work. Well, that's cool. Appreciate it, man.
Later, Comic Book Bob.
Yep. All right. Part of the story in Hero Book 3 revolves around this statue.
Oh.
What?
I just realized because I was so excited about the I didn't even ask him. I was so excited about the McFarlane signed. It also had a 1995 Lady Death signed. And I had went off into this, I'm kind of starting to get to where I kind of, I've talked to this guy, and he's like, oh, well, I have this book. So I don't know if that one was stolen too. I think it was 3 books that was stolen. A signed Lady Death too.
That really sucks. All right. Avery, you're having lots of problems tonight, huh, man?
Yeah, I just reset my router.
It's not raining or anything out in your area, is it?
No, it just...
Oh, okay.
Comcast, sometimes it's like that.
Yep.
Yeah, well.
Comcast all of a sudden decided to hit me with a $400 bill, and I was like, peace out.
What?
Yeah, that was a year ago. I went to... And the thing is it was so epic because AT&T, which is normally a crap... I just asked Malin, is a crap company. But when they lay their fiber optics, if their fiber optics is in your reach, go for it. It's the best you're gonna get, ish.
It's not as fast as cable when cable works right.
Yeah.
The fiber optics is 1,000 MPS. Cable can't even reach that. But then as people start, the 1,000 MPS, so you first get it and you're like, oh, whoa. Which I was, and then other people start buying into it, and it pulls that down. But it's still. I've never since I've changed to AT&T.
Didn't hear anything you said.
Uh-oh. I'm sitting there preaching the gospel on internet, and then my internet goes out.
No, it's mine. Mine's real
Oh,
choppy
okay.
tonight.
Yeah, I heard you just fine.
Oh, okay.
I was just being quiet to let you talk. Now that you're done, now that you've paused, I'm taking back over again. All right. So as I was saying, the sculpture, this giant statue that's in the city, that's in the back of the city, is actually important for the story. For there's gonna be a part where it's kind of like the Statue of Liberty in the fact that it's kind of hollowed out, and you can actually crawl up into the statue. And Hero at one point is going to get up to the top, and when the dragon appears, the dragon recognizing this person, this character, as like his mortal enemy because he's the one that actually, yeah, you'll have to read the story. He takes a swipe at it and kind of like knocks its head off, and then Hero's like standing there where the head used to be, and he's facing off against the dragon. And I can't wait to draw this. It's going to be a lot of fun. You remember that one sketch I did in my Sketch a Day sketchbook where Hero was like hanging off the side of a cliff and the dragon was underneath him, the giant snapping turtle, alligator snapping turtle? That's a scene from when this happens. All right. I know y'all are thrilled. I guess it's time to pull out some Legos now.
No,
Kidding,
I'm
I'm
looking
just
at this
kidding.
drawing. I'm just thinking of what it reminds me of, and you said does the character that the statue is made of, is he important, or is he a fable or a tale?
His story is told from when he was a young man, about how he defeated the dragon. He's like the founding father of the village or whatever, and the people and so forth, and so he's honored with this huge statue that overlooks the entire valley. But when we tell his story, he's a young man, as we all are at one point in time.
I was never young. I
No?
was old and grumpy.
You were born old and grumpy?
Yeah.
You and crazy Uncle Bill, you've always been old and grumpy.
Hey, Kodiak.
Uh-huh.
Remember we were talking about the Ancient Alien shows?
Yes. Oh, yeah, the dude with the hair. Yeah.
They're still making that show. I found it and I watched.
Are you kidding me?
I just watched season 14. It's hysterical. It's so funny. Like, I don't believe any of this crap they say, but oh my god, it's comedy gold. It's like everything goes, did so and so aliens interact? I mean, the word for dragon in so many cultures is almost exactly the same. Ancient alien scientists say yes. Everything is ancient alien scientists say yes.
Yeah. And they're still using the same quote unquote clickbait that they used to.
I wonder what kind of education you need to get to be an ancient
alien scientist. Dude.
And do you have to be ancient, or can you just study ancient aliens?
Dude, it's so funny. Although some of the things they're basing their theories on is interesting, like finding proof that Celts were here in America.
Yeah,
hundreds to 1,000 years or something like that before Columbus. Interesting, but that doesn't mean aliens.
Speaking of interesting, I do have something else I can share with you guys that's not Legos. Cross says Lego of that idea.
But I think
funny.
I think we're getting so much. This generation, the past couple years, has gotten so fed up with fake news and fakery that it would be a good time for them to switch now. If anybody was smart and observing what was going on, it's like, okay, this sold for a while. Let's go back the other way and actually try to answer some questions or bring up questions.
14 seasons of that shit.
Wow. Jeez Louise.
It's comedy gold, though. Don't get me wrong. Well, some of them are not. Some of them are just boring. But but there's at least half each season is comedy gold. Especially that dude with the hair, even though he's getting kind of fat now.
Wait, he's still there?
Yes, and he still is aliens on everything.
Yeah.
It's like,
All
no,
right.
you're just finding evidence that all these cold.
Oh man. Did you mute? No, okay.
Nope.
We realize it disappeared.
That was funny. He came back and it was like he came back
Oh, yeah?
and finished this.
Well, I didn't know it
You
did
were in the
that
middle
on
of saying something. All of a sudden, you went silent, and Kodiak's like, "Did you mute him?" And I said, "No."
me. No, my internet's real choppy tonight for some reason. It's in and out constant.
All right. Well, you take a break for a second. I want to show you guys something that I got.
No, he wants to show
yesterday.
that means he wants to show us something he knows we don't care about. His audience.
This is good
doesn't
stuff,
care about.
guys. Guys, this is good stuff. I got a new steelbook case, and I'm very happy to have this
You
one.
see, no one cares.
It's John Wick 3. This is, believe it or not, there's actually 3 different releases of John Wick 3 in steelbook case. Best Buy has 2 of them. They have the 4K edition and the 4K edition with a special case just for the digital code. And
Andrew,
then Target.
Avery and I
What?
have been we've been discussing this, and it's time for an intervention. And
No. Let me- This is the Target exclusive steelbook. This is just the Blu-ray, DVD, and digital copy. Now they did a frick ass great job with this, by the way. Freak ass, yeah. Because when I opened up the plastic, I was like, wait a minute, it's got its own slipcase.
Oh,
It actually has a hard slipcase packaging, which is awesome. Okay,
frick!
I know, isn't that cool?
It's a case for
And then-
a movie.
It's a case for a movie, and it's awesome.
Oh
and then
my god!
Check it out. It's got the dog on the back.
Oh
Isn't that
my
great?
god! It's got a dog.
Yes, it does. Now, here's something that's even cooler. When I opened it up, it has a limited edition numbered sticker in it. This is number 6,669 of 15,000.
69.
669. 6669.
The Devil's Orgy.
Yeah. Oh, that's got to be it. But it comes with, of course, the DVD copy, which has John Wick on it, and then it has the Blu-ray copy,
With John
which
Wick
also
on it.
has John Wick on it as well.
Does
but
the
check out-
case have John Wick on it?
The case has John Wick, but look at the inside. That's a cool image.
Oh
I
man.
love the purples. It's very cool.
Wow.
I do look forward to watching this movie again. This is
Oh god.
this
I
is
bet.
one of my John Wick.
I'm gonna watch that movie again tonight and masturbate because I saw this case.
Okay, you're killing my video, man. You're killing my video.
Well, you asked for it.
Yeah, I know. But this is awesome. I can't wait to watch it again. I haven't had a chance to watch it yet. But here's another thing. It came with a digital code, and you have to download and scan using the free Lionsgate VIP app, and then you have to take a picture of this barcode, this whatever it is, in order to get the code, in order to get it add to your digital library, which of course I did. So now I got this app on my phone that I really don't need for anything else. So that's a little annoying, but oh well. But the case, this is probably one of the nicer cases,
You know what, Andrew?
and it's got a dog.
I'm gonna come with that copy too.
You're gonna do what? You're gonna go get a copy, you say?
That is not what it sounded like. You should really wait until your internet comes back to finish that.
I'm so glad his internet
Yeah.
crapped out, because I don't know what you said. I'm going to get me a digital, and then you stopped.
Oh,
It sounded
I said I'm gonna come with that digital copy too.
Because that's not what it sounded. It sounded like you were gonna come in the puppy. So I'm not. That, like, wow.
You know what? It's been a while. I just might.
Oh my God. On that note, guys, we're wrapping up for these, and thank you so much for coming by and visiting with us. And
The
Trust
most degenerate show on YouTube.
actually, no, I've
It
watched the Jack Show a little bit. That one's a little out there.
Yeah, but you've never sat back and watched yourself on the Peep Show. That's the most pornographic thing on here, no matter what I say.
You know, I was at my parents' house the other weekend. And I was telling my mom, you got to watch the Peep Show episode that I did where I'm eating the Moonberry Twinkies. It's hilarious. And she's like, what's a Peep Show? I was like, oh my gosh. Mom, it's the funnest thing in the world. We have such a good time with it.
No. Your definitions of things are so broken.
All right, everybody. Thanks a lot for joining the show. We'll see you again on Friday. I'll have more comics. We'll do more drawing. And I still have all these Lego packages I got to open up. I got to open them up sooner or later. Trust me, I'll make a separate video later, guys.
Video.
Good night.